Hi guys, it's Megan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to do a reformer flow using the box. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start on one red, one blue. So that's one heavy and one light for me. And we're going to start with short box. So coming on to our reformer, we're actually going to be kneeling in front of our short box. And we're going to have our forearms down, and we're going to start with our heel on the bar. So I have the bar all the way up, and I am going to put my right heel on the bar. And from here, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to exhale, extending that carriage all the way out and in. You want to make sure your kneeling knee is right under your hip. And getting full extension with that extending leg out and in. Try to keep a nice, long, neutral spine. Good. Engaging that core, reaching the crown of that head long towards that wall in front of you. So we're just warming up with some legs in a different way. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, come in halfway and use little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way out and bring it on in. Good. So we're going to continue with that leg. We're just going to put our ball of the foot on that foot bar. So same position, just switching where our foot is, so ball of the foot on the foot bar, and same thing here. We're going to press that carriage all the way out and in. So try to keep that heel lifted while you're moving that carriage in and out. So you bring that carriage in. So resist that carriage in as much as it resists going out. Don't let the springs bring you in. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, stay out there, keep that leg extended. Now you're just going to drop that heel and lift. So nice calf raises, keeping that leg nice and strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bend that knee and come on in. Good. From here, we're just going to open up our hips towards that right side. So now you can see I'm shifting my weight. I'm going to open my hips towards the camera, and I'm going to place my full foot onto that bar. So, and I'm going to keep my left forearm down. So I'm going to press that carriage out and in. So now my hips are open up towards that camera, and I have my full foot on that foot bar. And I'm really pressing through this left arm. I'm not sagging in through that shoulder. Good. So really warming up those legs, working the glutes, hamstrings, quads, everything. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come in halfway. I'm just going to little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and come on in. Stay there, guys. I'm just going to move my towel. From here, we're going to release one spring. So I'm going to take my light spring off. I'm still going to keep my heavy spring. Coming back to that position, we're going to go into a nice side plank. So make sure your arm is nice and steady on this box, and you're going to have your right foot on the foot bar already, and you're going to walk your left foot on right behind it and push out to that plank. From here, we're just going to bend the knees and come back to that plank. So you can keep your arm overhead for a little bit more challenge. You can keep it on your waist, whatever you're comfortable with, but we're really just trying to keep a nice long spine from head to toe. And I'm really pressing through this left shoulder and lifting up through this left obliques. For 5, 4, and 1, bend it down, and slowly come on down. Good guys, so we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other leg. So, I'm gonna put my blue spring back on, so 1 red, 1 blue, kneeling facing the back of our reformer, and now I'm gonna place my left heel on the foot bar, and make sure my right is right under my hip, and I'm gonna press that carriage all the way out and in. So I'm getting full extension, really squeezing the glutes, resisting that carriage as it's coming in, reaching the crown of my head long. Good. Engage that core for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, coming halfway and just little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and bring it in. Staying there, I'm just walking the ball of my foot onto the foot bar. I'm going to keep my heel lifted, press that carriage out and in. Good. So getting full extension, same thing. Don't sag into the shoulders. I'm guilty of that too. I just fixed myself. So if you feel like you're sagging, push through those shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, last one, stay out there. Now just drop the heel and lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on in. Good, guys. I'm just going to grab my towel because I'm starting to get sweaty and I'm sliding on my box. So if you're feeling the same way, go ahead and grab your towel and place it on your box. From here, I'm going to put my left whole foot onto the foot bar. I'm opening up my hips now. Here, my back towards you guys. Arm down. I'm going to press my carriage in and out. Still thinking of a nice long line from head to toe. Pressing through this left shoulder, my right arm, sorry. And getting full extension with that leg out and in. Really feel those glutes and legs working hard for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Halfway and just little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press all the way out and bring it on in. Good. Go right into those side plank series. So I'm removing my light spring. Only one heavy spring for this. I'm going to put my right forearm down. My left foot was already on that foot bar, so it's going to be in front. And I'm going to push the carriage out as I bring my right foot behind my left. And from here, it's going to bend my knees and press out to that plank. So I'm really lifting up on these right obliques. Trying to keep that nice long line. Pressing through my right shoulder. I'm not sinking into it. Try to keep the hips stacked. And just breathe. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press out. Pulse those hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Whew. Good job, guys. Sorry, I kind of pressed through those last pulses. I was starting to slide, so hopefully you got them in. I'm really starting to warm up here, so swiping down. Good. We're not done here, guys. So we're still going to keep our short box in front of us. We're going to be kneeling facing that back wall again, or behind the back of our reformer. We're going to put both forearms down, and we're going to go into a plank to pike series on our forearms. So if you're comfortable with it, all the way up. Depending where you are, you can put it into the middle, or you can bring it all the way down to the first bar. So depending how comfortable you are, I'm going to put my feet up. So I'm going to find a Pilates V in this position. So heels together, toes apart, and I'm on the balls of my feet. From here, I'm going to press that carriage out, and then I'm going to hike it up. So my head naturally follows my spine. So I lengthen through my spine as I plank, and I drop my head and look back towards that back wall when I pike. Engaging that core, press through those arms. Good, guys, keep going. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that plank and then just saw those shoulders forward and back. Can be a little movement. Engage that core for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees and slowly come out of that. Good. So from here, I'm going to use my towel and I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to make a little pad. Sorry, I'm trying to catch my breath here. So if you have a towel or a little pillow, something, because we're going to push our pubic bone into this box for our next series, and it can get a little uncomfortable if the box is a little hard. So using a little towel or a pillow is a perfect thing to help us. So go ahead and grab one, and when you're ready, let's put our foot bar actually all the way down. We're still on that one heavy spring, so one red spring only. And now you're going to find your foot strap in front of your reformer, okay? But we're still going to be kneeling facing this back wall. I'm going to place my feet into that strap. So it's mostly hooked around our heels, the back of our foot. And what you want to do, you really want to place yourself on this box where you're going to bend from the waistline. We're going to work into that posterior chain, work into those back muscles. So that's why I said, get your little pad, place it right where your pubic bone is for some extra padding. Position yourself where your waistline is going to be able to bend forward and lift up, okay? So we'll do 2 variations of this. We'll do kind of a beginner, intermediate to advanced. So let's just go into a nice little swan lift. So we're going to keep both of our hands down onto the reformer. And you're just going to press through those hands, lifting up. Keep your head in line with your spine. You're not lifting it here. Squeezing those glutes and then lowering down. Lower all the way down like you're looking in that box. Press through those hands and lift. Really press through those hands so you can really lift up. And then back down. Let's do one more of this. These little swan lifts. Squeeze those glutes and back down. Good. So now if you want a little bit more challenge, which I love, we're going to release those hands and we're going to bring them behind our head. And now we're going to lift up, really lifting that chest off that box. Squeezing those glutes. Eye gaze stays at the floor. And then back down. So come up as high as you're comfortable with, really squeezing those glutes. Trust your feet in the straps. And then come back down. So you really want to come all the way down like you're looking inside that box. Good job, guys. Keep going. Use your breath. You can take these as slow as you like. Let's go for 4. 3. 2. Last one. Let's stay in that nice little diagonal. And Engage that core. Keep your eye gaze at the floor for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Whew. Good. Just take a quick little breather here. And we're going to add on to this. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to get more into the obliques. So, whew, it's getting hot. When you're ready, you're going to come up. And when you lift, you're going to lift up looking back towards that right shoulder. And then back down. Lift up, looking towards that left. Squeeze those glutes. And down. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come on down and shake it off. Whew. Really feel those. So really good and healthy for our back. Really fixing our posture, strengthening our back. Good, guys. So when we're going to stay here, you're just going to walk your feet outside the strap. So no more feet in straps. You're going to release your feet. From here, we're going to reach our hands. We're going to keep them onto the frame of our reformer. Just watch your thumbs because the reformer is going to move. So keep your thumbs out of the way of where the wheels roll. You're going to grab as long as you can onto your reformer. Your head's going to stay down. And now you're going to use your shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades away and lift. And then slowly come on back. So you're going to lift your spine as your arms pull back. So we're really working into the lats and still working the upper part of our back. So it can be a small movement depending where your strength is. But just make sure your arms are pulling and that's it. You're not pushing with your hips. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. And come on down. Take a quick little active recovery. And then from here, I kind of move my hips down just a little now because we're not going to be bending at that waistline. So I move my hips just a little further down. So now more of my torso is on that box. And you'll feel like your hips kind of just come in front of the edge of the box. So it's a little bit more comfortable because now we're going to use our reformer to walk up and grab our pegs. And now we're just going to do some pull-ups. So pulling up, keep that nice long spine and back. So I'm not hyperextending. I'm not coming all the way back where my arms completely straighten. I keep a slight bend in my elbows the entire time, and I'm lifting and releasing. So you can cross your feet, extend them, whatever's comfortable with you. We're just really working into this upper body. You want to reach the crown of the head long. That's the most important part. We're not hunching over. Pull those shoulders down. Think about pulling your shoulders out of your ears and pulling them down. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, guys, just hold it. Pull your reformer. See if you can close that gap between the back of the reformer and the carriage. And just hold it for 5. Shaking and strengthening. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last thing here, hold them. And now let your arms fully extend as you're holding that and drop your head. We're just decompressing the spine. So nice little spine stretch here. So arms stay long. This is the time where we can actually let the elbow fully extend. Drop your head and take a deep breath. And then slowly, very carefully walk your hands back and let's come on up. Whew. Good. fun. It's all, I hate when my hair is like sweaty and touches my back. But anyways, so let's go ahead and add just a couple more springs, just so our carriage doesn't move. So I'm just gonna add, it really doesn't matter what springs you add, just make sure you add a few so your carriage doesn't move. And now we're just gonna go into some side bends. So I'm gonna start facing you guys. So I have my left leg under my box, and I'm gonna place my right foot into the strap. And then from here, position yourself where you're comfortable. And when you're ready, pull your shoulders back. You can keep your hands at chest or behind your head, whatever you're comfortable with. And now we're gonna put all of our weight into the well and lift. So really pull your shoulders back, fill that oblique. You're closing the gap between your your hip bone and your smallest rib. Try not to hunch forward. Good job, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to come down, and we're going to hop, and we're going to face the bottom of the floor. Arms come out, back behind your head, twist and lift. So let me reposition myself and explain that better. So this is called hop. So the same thing. We're going to put all of our body weight into the reformer, over the carriage, sorry. And now we're going to twist from the hips and face the floor. Hop our arms out straight like a T, back behind the head, twist back to the camera and lift. So let's go. So same thing, we're just adding that nice little rotation for 4, 3, 2, and last one. And come on up. Whew, felt those, good. Let's go ahead, and we're just gonna turn around and do the same thing facing the other way. So my back's gonna be towards you guys. I just want to fix my strap so I can go a little bit shorter. And then when you're ready, same thing. So we're gonna put all of our weight over that well, and we're just gonna go into those nice little side bends. Pull the shoulders back, closing the gap between the hip bone and the smallest rib. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. And then let's go right into that hop. So same thing, and adding that rotation twist. So let's go ahead. Dropping my weight, and now rotating towards the floor, back to the wall. So think about reaching the crown of that head, long, for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Whew, and come on up. Good job, guys. So let's just take a quick little breather. Roll the head, other way, and let's come on up. Good. So now let's switch our box. We're gonna switch our box to a long box. So long box, we're just making it long onto the reformer. I'm gonna put my towel back down, and I'm gonna lift my foot bar all the way up. And I'm going to release 2, blue for me. And I'm gonna get onto my box. So we get onto our box, hand, hand, thigh, thigh. So very carefully. And when you get on, just wanna make sure I'm on time here. You wanna make sure your chest is off the box, okay? So chest. So it's right at your bra line here. Okay, so we're right at the bra line. You want your chin and head over the foot bar. We're gonna keep a nice long spine. Energy through those legs. Hands come down. Elbows are gonna be out towards the side. So we're just gonna go into a nice little chest press and in. Out and in. So resist that carriage coming in. Working into the chest and pecs. Front deltoids. Good. So remember, energy through those legs. They're not just hanging there. Reach the crown of that head long. And just make sure everything's in line with each other. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, push out. Keep the arms long, hinge from the shoulder joint, and now lift that chest as you bring that carriage in and back down. So the arms stay long, and you're just hinging from that shoulder joint and lifting your chest as the carriage comes in. You can see my head follows my head, my spine. It's not lifting back and back down. If you feel like you're sliding here, grab your towel, or you can grab a little sliding mat. All they are, they're just kitchen liners. You can get them from like Target, anywhere. Let's go for 2. And last one, come on up, stay there. Keep the arms extended, and now you're just gonna lift your left foot and look back towards that left foot. Keep the arms nice and stiff. Drop that foot back to center. And same thing, right foot looking back to center, and come on down. Good. From here, drop your light spring. So one heavy spring only, and we're gonna stay in that position. We're just gonna walk our hands down now onto the foot bar, towards the bars here. And now we're just gonna get into more of the lats. So now our elbows stay very narrow, like you're hugging your box. Energy through those legs, and just pushing that carriage out and in. So you want your hands and your arms about shoulder height with each other, and keep your elbows pretty narrow, like you're hugging that box. Resist that carriage coming in. So we took that light spring off, so we have one heavy spring. If you feel like you want a little bit more challenge, let's do single arm. So I probably can't do too many of these, but I'll try. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. I'm going to switch hands. And now my left hand, my right hand's behind my back, keeping my arm narrow. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. Whew. Awesome job, guys. Let's come on up. And now we're going to sit onto our box. And we're going to be facing the front of our reformer. So you're going to sit on it, kind of straddle it like a horse. And what we can do, I'm going to switch my springs now. I'm going to take my heavy spring off. And I'm just going to put my light spring on. So only one blue spring. And that's going to be enough for some more shoulder and arm work, okay? Because we're sitting on the box, so it elevates it, so it gives a little bit more tension on the straps rather than us sitting down onto the carriage. So, when you're ready, go ahead and grab your straps. Sorry, mine got hooked onto the thing. Okay, we're back. Good. between short and long. I'm gonna do short strap with this. I have one blue spring, so one light spring, and I'm sitting on my box, facing the front of my reformer. My feet are flat onto the carriage. And from here, we're just gonna go into hug a tree. So I'm gonna walk, kind of scoot up a little bit closer towards my spring so I have more tension. And from here, I'm just gonna make that nice little round beach ball in front of me. And I'm leading with my pinkies. I have a nice bend in my elbows. I'm engaging my core. Good. And we're not starting from back here. They start right here and then pull in front. So try to keep your arms up at shoulder level, but you want your wrists to be slightly lower than your elbows. Engage that core. So this might feel a little light for some. Don't worry, we're gonna burn them out. So, lighter spring, more reps. More slow and controlled reps. There we go. Keep your arms up so you get that nice burn. Slow and steady. More effective here, guys. Really toning those arms, fixing our posture. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to bring our arms narrow. Now they come down, so we're going to serve a platter up and down. So straight forward and straight back. Still pulling those shoulders back, engaging that core. Good. Let's go for 5. We're going to add on to this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay out there. Now open up to a T, back to center, and back down. So same thing. We're just adding that nice little opening. Opening to a T. Keep breathing. Think about your posture here. Is the crown of your head reaching tall? Are your shoulders pulled back? Is your core engaged? Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one, come back to center. Keep your arms up and just little circles outwards. For 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse direction, little circles inwards. Keep your arms up at shoulder level. Don't drop them. Arms on fire. That's what we want. 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them down. Whew. Shake them out. I definitely feel those, so hopefully you guys did too. From here, short straps in hand. We're going to push them out, and they're going to come right back behind us. I'm going to hinge forward a little. See my posture kind of hinge forward, but I'm not crunching forward. My shoulders stay back, nice long spine. I'm just leaning forward. And from here, we're going to bend the elbows and extend them. So we're really hitting those triceps. Good, guys, stay strong. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Good. We can go ahead and put our straps down. And let's come off our box. So we are done with our box. So let's take our box off and place it to the side. So I took my box off. I'm coming back to my reformer. So I'm going to keep my foot bar all the way up, and I'm going to keep one blue spring. So that's a light spring for me. When you do this exercise and you feel like you're not comfortable with this light spring, just go ahead, switch it to a heavier spring. But I'm gonna start with a light spring. So I'm gonna put my hands onto my foot bar, and I'm gonna keep my feet flat onto the carriage. And from here, I'm gonna come onto the balls of my feet, and I'm gonna push my carriage back. So now I'm in a planking position. So keep my heels lifted, I'm gonna bend my knees and come on in. So you can see I have a nice flat back here. Out and in. Good, guys. So we're just pushing out to a plank and then bending in. So you want to try to keep really as steady as possible. You're just moving from those legs. Try to keep the spine very still for 3, 2, we're going to add on. Last one, keep it out. Now you're going to rotate, open your body towards the camera. So your feet are naturally going to pivot. So my left leg's on top or in front, my right leg's behind. And from here, I'm going to bend my knees in and out. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay out there. Keep your legs long, and you're just going to pike it up and down. So let your head follow your hand, really closing that gap. For 5, 4, you want to come onto your toes as you pike it up. 3, 2, and 1. Out, and then both hands back onto the foot bar, and then coming right back in to our feet parallel to the performer, and we're just going to push out into that pike, bend the knees, and in. So same thing here. You really want to try to keep that nice flat back, not moving the spine. You're just moving from those hips, trying to really engage that core. Slow and steady, press through those arms. Just don't hyperextend those elbows, so slight bend. For 4, 3, 2, and last one here, guys, press out. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna open our bodies up towards the other side, let your feet pivot, and we're gonna bend both knees in and out to that plank. So bring it all the way in, try to let your carriage come all the way home and out. Really lifting up through that left oblique. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to keep the legs straight and come into that nice little pike and out. So really try to reach your hand towards the outside of that ankle and out. For 3, 2, and 1. Come on in, both hands down, bend the knees, and just come on down. So open your knees wide, and just push your carriage out into a nice little child's pose. And come on up. Great job, guys. Just making sure we're staying on track here. Perfect. So now we're officially in cool down mode. So let's go ahead, put our foot bar headrest up, I'm gonna place my towel down because I'm really sweaty. And now I'm gonna have 1 red, 1 blue. So I'm adding a red spring to my blue spring that was already on. I'm gonna lay down onto my reformer. And I'm going to grab the straps behind me and place the long straps on my feet. And from here, I'm just going to bend and stretch. So bending in into a nice 45 degrees and pushing through that heels. Good. So we can keep our feet together here. And then we can go into heels together, toes apart. So Pilates V. Just a different little stretch in the hip flexors here. Good, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, keep your legs straight, back to parallel. We're just gonna hinge up and down. So you wanna hinge all the way up, bringing those legs up towards the ceiling, but keep your tailbone heavy, don't lift it. So getting that nice hamstring stretch. You get that nice pull in the back of the legs, feels really nice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. From here, bring those hips up, legs up, sorry, and just go right into your leg circles. Make these as wide as you can. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reverse the direction. Same thing. Now we're just pulling our legs straight down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just bring your heels and toes to touch and just make a little frog or diamond shape with your legs and let your straps hang just right across your chest, your feet down towards the springs, and just taking a quick little breather right here. Good. And let's slowly come out of our straps. Hang them up on the dune, and come on up. All right, guys, if you want a little bit more stretch, go ahead. Keep stretching, but that's it for now. So that was about a 45-minute reformer flow. I would say it's about intermediate level. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday I have mat classes on here, and in between I will upload reformer classes. Thanks guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.